This is an axe. I say this for the information of those of you whose television tubes may have burned out. I wish to reach the widest possible audience. Tonight we have a story based on one of our most celebrated murder cases, one that rocked Fall River, Massachusetts, and the entire country late in the last century. The crime was and still is a shocking one, but since it actually happened and is a matter of record, we felt it unwise to pretty up the details to make them palatable for the squeamish. Tonight's theme song will be that familiar little ditty everybody knows. Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. And when she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41. I venture that by this time you can see we are not presenting a romantic comedy tonight. However, we shall not reenact the crime. We had intended to, but casting difficulties interfered. Oh, we had no trouble casting the mother and father, but we kept losing them in rehearsals. So instead, we shall show you a slightly different interpretation of the Lizzie Borden story. It begins just 1 year from the time of the murder.
That's a wicked thing to say. Now you come home right now and stop annoying Miss Lizzie.
You'll miss your train, Miss Emma. Have you got everything, Miss Emma?
My grip, my lunch, my purse, my gloves, my umbrella.
I'll get it. You take it now.
I have that, Margaret.
Then hurry. She'll be down any second. Best be going in time.
Margaret, will you tell Miss Lizzie that I've gone to Fairhaven?
No, Miss Emma. I won't be here. I'm leaving too.
Margaret!
I only stayed this long for your sake, Miss Emma. I couldn't bear to leave you alone with her.
I know. But when I come back from my vacation...
She'll have another servant in the kitchen before then.
How can she get another?
I don't know. I only know I can't stand it no more. I'll be minding my own business, and there she'll be, standing there, just looking at me.
She knows every move we make.
It's more than a body can stand. Never a party, no callers, not even a friend to drop in of an evening.
I know. I can't stand it any more than you can. That's why I'm going to Fairhaven for a while.
That's why I decided to leave, too. I can't stay here alone with her.
I suppose you're right, Margaret.
Don't miss your train, Miss Emma.
I still have half an hour, and besides, there's another one soon after.
I know you don't miss them both.
Good day. Is Miss Lizzie Borden in?
Miss Borden is out.
Hello? Miss Borden?
No, you mustn't come in. We don't see anyone.
Of course I'll come in.
I'm leaving, Miss Emma. Margaret, don't go now.
So this is the scene of the crime. And this is the picture that got so much attention at the trial. I'm surprised you haven't replaced it. It must bring back very many unpleasant memories. I see you've had it cleaned. You are Miss Lizzie Borden, I presume. I must say, you're not exactly what I expected.
I'm not Miss Lizzie. I'm Emma.
Oh, the sister. Well, let's see. It's been a year since your mother and
My
father
stepmother and my father.
Well, it's the same thing. I missed your sister's trial. She's quite an old girl, they tell me.
My sister was acquitted. And we never talk about it.
Well, of course you don't, but the public's interested, you know. Now, I represent the Sacramento Record.
You're one of those reporters?
That's right. And I'm here to collect a few impressions for my newspaper. 2nd Street Revisited, all that sort of thing, you know.
Oh, dear, Lizzie hates reporters. She won't talk to you for a moment.
Say, isn't this a gold nugget?
Yes. Uncle Morse brought it back from the goldfields.
Well, now, isn't that a coincidence? I'm from those same gold fields myself. Is your Uncle Morse an old codger around 60-ish, maybe? With a drooping mustache and
That sounds like him. Do you know Uncle Morse?
Knew him well in Sacramento. Put her there, Miss Emma.
How do you do, Miss...
Nell Cutts. Just call me Nell. You know, an interview with Miss Lizzie Borden 12 months after might be real interesting.
Oh, dear, Lizzie will never see you. She hates reporters. You must excuse me now.
Tell me, Miss Emma, is it true that on the morning of the murders, breakfast consisted of bananas, cookies, and cold mutton soup?
I don't know. I wasn't here. I was in Fairhaven.
Cold mutton soup in August. No wonder somebody committed murder. Miss Emma, now tell me, how does it feel to take 3 meals a day with a woman who was who was tried for murder?
I have to get away. That's why I'm going to Fairhaven for a while. Oh, dear, I mustn't miss the 3:37.
You won't miss it. I suppose that living with Miss Lizzie must be very trying on the nerves.
She can hear everything we say. Her room is right up there.
Yes, but she wasn't in her room on the morning the murders were committed, was she? She was in the barn eating pears, so she says.
Yes, she was. She was out there.
Well, now, let me get this clear in my mind. Mrs. Borden was found upstairs, wasn't she?
That's right.
And there was no one in the house at the time excepting the servant. Where did she go? I'd like to get a statement from her, too.
Oh, it wasn't Margaret. We had another girl then. But she left us when it happened. They all leave us.
Well, it doesn't matter. Now, the servant hears your father at the front door. She goes to let him in. But the door is triple locked. Nobody could have gotten in that way. The servant's unlocking the door, and meanwhile, upstairs, the murderer is gloating over the first victim. The servant goes out to market. Your father enters. He locks the door behind her and relaxes on the sofa, not knowing that his wife is lying dead upstairs.
Don't.
The murderer comes down the stairs, sees him there alone, asleep. She creeps up on the old man from behind with the axe and brings it down.